What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Writing the Game podcast with your gracious host, Keenan Mudd, coming to you once again. I hope that everybody is having a great day, a great start to your week. I hope that your week is magnificent, filled with prosperity, filled with good health, happiness, peace, love, success, and all those amazing things. In today's show, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get into some tactics to improve landing page copy for insane results. So, how do we improve our copy on our landing pages so that we can convert those potential buyers into actual buyers? Understand the value that you are providing to your audience. Okay. You need to understand your own product, your own brand, and the problem that it solves, right? So that you can convey this in your copy. But you need to be inside of the consumer's mind. So, like, what are they thinking? What are they questioning? What are they wanting to know? Okay. So, if you are selling shoes, but you're selling shoes to customers who are looking for shoes that gives more ankle and heel support, right? So, on your landing page in the copy, you would include that type of information. So, the main benefit that the customer is looking for, you show how your service or your product produces that um, produces that what the customer is looking for, produces that benefit. So understand that you have to know the value of your offer and what you are providing, right? Because if you know and understand the value of your own offer, then your consumers will know and understand the value of your offer. So you have to convey that information in the copy. The copy should sing without even you having to really say, but it should feel the feeling that they should get when they read your copy is that you know the value of your offer, you know the problems that it can solve, and the customer sees that, they recognize and identify the problem that they're having, and then they can see that your product or service is a solution to their issue. So you want to be able to convey that in your copy. Write that down. You will speak with the customer. Speak with different customers, the top customers in your company or in your brand that you have. You would ask them a question regarding the benefits, what they're expecting to receive from a service like yours, from a product like yours. Ask them questions that allows you to kind of like take a journey through their head and gather information. Um, so if they tell you, for example, when it comes to the shoes, let's say you were selling shoes with that type of ankle support, but the customers are constantly complaining about how, let's say they're athletic, let's say that they play basketball. So whenever they do certain moves or go up for certain shots, that can have an effect on their lower back. It can have an effect on their ankle. Their ankle could cause them pain, you know. So you would talk about that in your copy. You would talk about how your solution helps eliminate not only the physical pain, but the emotional pain of not being able to perform at 100% in that game, right? So don't just talk about the physical pain that your consumers experience. Talk about the emotional pain that they're experiencing as well, and how your service and your product can help alleviate those pains. So That's one thing to keep in mind. And also know if it's a right fit for your audience. So do your research, do your due diligence, ask questions to figure out if there's a need for your product and for your service, and if there's a need for that particular product and service at this particular moment in time, right? Because your customers really decide if it's a fit for them because they're the ones who's buying, they're the ones with the money, they're the ones with the issue. Okay. Also, like I said earlier, it kind of goes back to the first point of understanding the value that you're providing, but you need to understand your audience's needs and desires. What are their needs and their desires? What are they needing? And what do they feel that they need? Not only that, what are their strong desires? What are their strong desires? What do they desire to be, to do, and to have? And how can your product play a role in your customer's life and play a positive role and have a positive impact? So in order to write dynamic copy, you need to have an understanding of the desires that your audience have. And through those desires is how you are able to provide your solution by tapping into those desires and then showing how your solution helps fulfill those desires, if that makes any sense to you. So you would include that information into your landing page copy. Lastly, implement visuals that are straight to the point, stimulates emotions, and are placed strategically on your landing page. So you want to implement visuals that also stimulates the emotions attached to their desire. We want to activate that desire as much as possible, but we want to refocus that energy to where they are desiring your product and your service. Because, for example, many people may have may have um, an innate desire or a deep desire to be powerful, to be dominant, to have control, right? To be admired. So you can position your product in a way that helps fulfill that desire with your consumer. Going back to selling those shoes. Let's say that that person broke their ankle because they're the type of person to really go hard on the court. Let's say that they may have sprained their ankle. Let's not say they broke it. Let's say they sprained their ankle because they usually are putting in 110% every time they hit the court. Why? Because they want to be the MVP. They want to be that player that stands out. They want to be that player that dominates the court. Can't dominate the court if I'm feeling pain in my ankles. That was frustrating me. Now I'm feeling, I'm feeling like my desire is not being fulfilled. Now, how can your service or your product help me fulfill my desire of getting back into that court and dominating that court? Notice that when I first spoke, I said that the shoes were for something like ankle support because they sprained their ankle. But why did they sprain their ankle? playing, going really hard on the court, right? Why do you go so hard on the court? I want to be the best. I want to dominate. You know, I want to be um, admired by the people. So you have to, or you would create copy that says just that. What the customer just told you. Now you're inside the customer's mind. All right. So I just want you guys to think about that. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Writing the Game. Don't forget to check out the links in the descriptions and to check out my website and then check out my Instagram. You guys have a great day.